DLH, committed to excellence in manufacturing and broadcasting.
Did they get your ceiling leak fixed yet?
No, I had to move the VDT to the living room.
Oh, well, what are you writing about today?
Pronouns.
So you've finally taken up a course, have you?
What?
Well, I've heard of pro-management, pro-labor, pro-left, and pro-right, but not pronouns. I'm an action person myself. I'm filling in for Mrs. Johnson this week.
Really?
I'm off. I hope they get your leak fixed soon.
Yeah. Oh. 7:30 in the morning, pro-management, pro-labor, pro-right? Ah. She must be studying for a U.S. citizenship test again. Well, I guess I'd better get to work, too. Let's see. Pronouns. Now, pronouns are words that take the place of nouns. You might say that pronouns stand in or substitute for nouns. For example, I am Arthur, but I am also I, me, myself. But in one crucial way, pronouns are different from nouns. Nouns remain the same whether they're used as the subject or object of a verb. Arthur likes Sonia. Arthur is the subject, Sonia is the object. Now, Sonia likes Arthur. Sonia becomes the subject. Arthur becomes the object. The words Arthur and Sonia do not change. But if you replace those nouns with pronouns, those pronouns take different forms. He likes her, and we can't say her likes he. It changes to she likes him. It all comes down to whether the pronoun is the subject performing the action or the object receiving it. I, he, she, we, they, and who are subject pronouns. Me, him, her, us, them, and whom are object pronouns. Pronouns always take the object form when they follow a preposition, like to, in, with, or for. For instance, to him, for her, like them, to whom, or for whomever. There's a list of prepositions in your workbook to practice. When pronouns are used with forms of the verb to be, such as am, are, is, was, were, they use the subject form. For instance, it is I, is this he, this is she. Are you with me so far? Let's try to decide whether the following pronouns should be in the subject or object form. I or me will see he or him. Who is performing the action, I or me? What is the object of the action, he or him? I will see him. It is we or us who are studying for the test. Remember what I said about the pronoun when it's used with a verb like is, am, or was? It is we who are studying for the test. Now, problems arise when you have two pronouns in a compound situation. Try each pronoun by itself in the sentence to see which you should use. For instance, do you write, you and me are going to make a phone call? Or you and I are going to make a phone call? Think about it. Would you say, I am going to make a phone call, or me am going to make a phone call? You'd say, I am. So the correct choice is, you and I are going to make a phone call. Whew. That's weird. Hello. And this is he. To whom am I speaking? Oh, Sonia, good grief. Really? Summarize 100 reports? Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Don't try to do them all at once. No. Divide them into small groups. Work on one at a time. And as I say, divide and conquer. Oh, sure, if you need any help with the language, just... Okay, right, good. See you then. Divide and conquer. Not bad. Not bad at all. We'll call this the divide and conquer technique. It can help you avoid mistakes such as, Freddie is taking you and I to the fair. You and I is the correct form only if both are used as subjects. I changes to me if used as an object. You wouldn't say, Freddie is taking I to the fair, would you? You'd say, Freddie is taking me to the fair. So the correct form is, Freddie is taking you and me to the fair. Now, let's try the divide and conquer technique on this sentence. They, them, and we or us are good friends. Say the sentence to yourself with only one pronoun at a time. They are good friends, and we are good friends, right? So, they and we are good friends. Now, in this sentence, I called for he or him and his friends. Would you say, I called for him, or I called for he? I called for him, right? So it should be, I called for him and his friends. Let's try one more together. He or him and she or her have left the house. Dividing the subject, you have he or him has left the house. He, right? And she or her has left the house. It should be she. So the sentence should read, he and she have left the house. There's some practice exercises like these in your workbook. Remember to divide and conquer, to try each pronoun alone with the verb or preposition.
La 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 la.
Enjoying yourself?
I was just
testing it out.
But look at this stack of customer complaints. I have to go through and summarize this whole month's report for Mr. Lacey. Well, divide and conquer, Arthur says.
Oh, yeah, well, I better go and finish checking on the elevator.
But
Yeah, it's making a funny noise.
La 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 la.
Hi!
I divided, but I didn't conquer.
What's the problem?
Between you and I, Mrs. Johnson's job is just too much for me.
Between you and me.
What?
Between is a preposition, so you must use the object pronoun me with it.
Between you and me, you are capable of doing any job you choose. Thanks, Arthur. But your latest topic has me stumped.
Pronouns? Show me. But don't erase my program.
Oh, all right. Just look at this sentence. One customer complained about a bicycle her and her son purchased. Now, should that be her and her son or she and her son? I've heard it both ways.
Well, try the pronoun by itself in the sentence.
One customer complained about a bicycle her purchased. No, she purchased.
Right.
So it should be she and her son.
Yes, because she is the subject of purchased.
Well, what about the pronoun in the next sentence? She claimed the boy was hurt because of the bicycle and us.
Read it to yourself with the pronoun by itself, just to be sure.
Okay. She claimed the boy was hurt because of we. No, that's not right. Because of us. Because of the bicycle and us. Well, that sounds fine the way I had it.
Good. Now what?
Okay. The brakes did not work, and she accused we employees of negligence.
Again, just try the pronoun with the verb by itself. Divide and conquer.
Divide and conquer, all right? She accused we of negligence. No, 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 no. She accused us of negligence.
Right. And the next sentence?
She left the store wondering who the complaint should be referred to. Now, what do I divide and conquer there?
Well, in this case, you have to figure out whether who is the subject or object. The preposition to should send up a red flag in your mind.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because remember, you use whom if it's the object of a preposition. Try putting the preposition next to the pronoun.
Okay. She left the store wondering to who the complaint should be referred. Ah, should be to whom?
Right. Even when the pronoun and preposition are separated, you ask to whom will she refer the case.
Because whom is the object of the preposition to.
Right. What about a sentence like, he will play tennis with whomever or whoever asks him?
The pronoun is the object of the preposition with, right?
No, the pronoun should be whoever because it's the subject of asks.
So it should be whoever asks him.
Right. Now try this one. Now, careful.
Who or whom did you say died today? Is whom the object of say?
Nope.
Ooh,
Take out the phrase, did you say?
who died today? I see.
Now remember, you use who to refer to people, but which refers to animals and things.
The book which sits on the shelf. The writer who sits in the chair.
Then there's one pronoun that can refer to animals, things, or people. No favorites. It's that.
That.
Look. The man that cried. The lizard that crawled. The door that creaked.
The head that ached.
Yo, Sonia, you still in there?
I think so. Look,
Man.
I don't know how Mrs. Johnson handles all this.
Well, anyway, I got the old elevator running again.
Oh, how are the mother and the baby?
Fine. She named her Frederica. After me.
It's just lucky you were there.
Yeah, she went into labor just as I had pried the door open on the 5th floor.
Housewares?
Yeah, we had everything we needed. Sheets and towels and me to help with the delivery.
Well, we need to document it on paper. You know what Mrs. Johnson said.
Yeah.
If anything extraordinary happens, make sure you write a report. So, let's get started.
All right. We We better start out by saying that everything turned out all right.
So Mrs. Johnson doesn't have a heart attack.
Really?
Okay.
Let's see. Why don't you say that everyone trapped in the elevator Friday returned safely to their homes?
Okay. Everyone trapped in the elevator Friday returned safely to their homes. I wonder if everyone is a singular or plural pronoun.
Just as a verb must agree with its subject, a pronoun must agree in number with the word it refers to earlier in the sentence. For instance, what's wrong with this sentence? When a player rolls doubles, they can take 2 extra turns. The problem is that the pronoun they is plural, but the word it refers to, player, is singular. So they should be he. You always have to have agreement in number. Let's try another one. If a person has too much money, they or he can become greedy. Since the pronoun refers to a single person, it should be he. When you're using a pronoun to refer to a word that comes earlier in the sentence, make sure the pronoun refers clearly to one word or antecedent. Look at this sentence. He took all the books from the shelves and dusted them. Does them refer to books or shelves? The sentence needs to be written so it is clear. Here's one way. He dusted all the books after removing them from the shelves. In this sentence, the senior class produced the play themselves. The pronoun themselves refers to the senior class, which is a single unit. So how would you change this sentence? Right, change themselves to itself. Pronouns like everyone, anybody, everybody, and everything are all singular pronouns. For instance, everybody. That means every single body. In these sentences, the usage is pretty straightforward. Everyone is going home. Everybody seems happy. No one eats here. Anybody is capable of that. It's only when you use a possessive pronoun referring to the subject that it gets a little tricky. Which form of the pronoun would you use in these sentences? Everyone is going to their or her home. Everybody seems happy to see their or his children. In each case, you should have chosen the single form, her or his. This also holds true for either or neither. Neither of the dogs had its or their hair trimmed. Again, think neither one. So the pronoun should be its. In your workbook, there's a list of these pronouns that are always singular. Other pronouns are always plural. Words like both, few, many, others, several. For instance, both are going home. Many have already left. Others follow him. Several are lost. And if you have a possessive pronoun referring to a plural subject, it should be in the plural form. Both are going to their homes. Many have already left their jobs. Others will follow their instincts. You'll find a list of these plural pronouns in the workbook also. They aren't difficult to use.
Hi, Sonia. How was lunch?
Short. Now, let's pick up where we left off.
Okay.
Now, we were writing, everyone trapped in the elevator Friday returned safely to their homes. Freddie, I found out that it should be to his home.
Well, there must have been at least half a dozen.
I know, but everyone refers to each person who returned to his or her home, see?
Oh, yeah. It says here that if the pronoun ends in one, body, or thing, then it should be considered singular.
Was like anybody, anyone, anything.
Nobody, no one, no thing, nothing. Well, anyway, it's an easy way to remember singular pronouns.
Yeah, well, let's make sure we use them right in our report.
Okay.
Now, what else do we need to say about the elevator problem?
All right. Well, nobody hurt himself.
I think we'd better look that one up, too.
Okay.
Himself, herself, themselves, itself. These are pronouns that can be added to a sentence for emphasis, usually referring to the subject. She cooked it herself. He fixed it himself. They produced the play themselves. And if there's one thing I want to emphasize myself, it's that his self and their selves are wrong. Always.
Wrong, wrong, wrong. It says here that it should be himself and themselves.
Oh, okay, well, if that's the case, then our sentence should read, nobody hurt himself in the accident.
Okay. Nobody hurt himself in the accident. I think that's right.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. Now, let's get to the good part.
Yeah.
All right. One woman,
One woman
which was pregnant,
which was pregnant
went into labor
went into labor.
when the elevator was opened.
When the elevator was open.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Which shouldn't be used to refer to people. Use who.
Oh.
You see? One woman who was pregnant went into labor when the elevator was open.
Okay, I see. Well, anyway, let's move on.
Okay.
All right. One of the other passengers
One of the other passengers.
and me delivered the baby.
He delivered the baby.
Uh-huh.
Let's divide the subject and try the pronoun on its own.
Okay. Me delivered the baby.
You
yeah.
Tarzan, me Jane.
Okay, well, then I guess it should be I delivered the baby, one of the other passengers, and I delivered the baby.
Good.
There are also possessive pronouns like mine, yours, hers, his, its, ours, theirs, and whose. They replace nouns. Oh, remember, pronouns never use an apostrophe. Look at this sentence. It's not mine, but yours and hers. Why do we use an apostrophe with its, but not yours and hers?
I don't know.
Well, because its, in this case, is a contraction of it is, not the pronoun its.
The ambulance driver asked Freddie, so, you're a doctor. Now, I have seen your spelled Y-O-U-R and Y-O-U apostrophe R-E. Now, which is it?
Now, remember, it depends whether it's a pronoun or a contraction.
Oh, no, she already had the contractions. In fact, she already had the baby.
Sonia, the contraction is a combination of two words. You are into your, or it is into its.
Oh, contractions, huh? So in this sentence, Y-O-U-R should be Y-O-U apostrophe R-E, right?
Right. Who had a baby?
This customer had it on the 5th floor of Lacey's.
Oh, up in Housewares. I bought a toaster up there.
Now, see, in the next sentence, Freddie said, no, I'm an employee who's responsible for maintaining the elevator.
Your first pronoun is correct.
Good.
I'm is a contraction, meaning I am. But what about whose?
Well, it means who is in this sentence, so it should be spelled with an apostrophe S.
Right. Freddie delivered a baby?
Yes. Then the woman said, there's a man who reacts quickly in a crisis.
Ah. Well, you've confused the possessive pronoun there, T-H-E-I-R, with there, T-H-E-R-E, meaning at a certain location, plus the verb is.
Oh, so theirs is a contraction of there and is, right?
Right. Oh, sounds like Mrs. Johnson. That's a lot of fun.
Fun! Oh.
Amazing! In the elevator.
Uh-huh.
Well, thanks for filling in for me.
Oh, sure.
I must have picked the right person because you did a good job.
Well, you know I could do better than them others.
Better than those others, Sonia.
Those others.
Mm-hmm.
Those others.
They finally fixed the leak. And the final point that I want to cover with you concerns the pronouns that point things out. These walls, those books, this VDT. Don't confuse them with those or these. Remember, them is the object form of they. Look, we went along with them, but we went along with those people. Remember, the key to using the right pronoun is the meaning of your sentence. Take it apart. Take out unnecessary words if you have to. Divide and conquer. All's fair in grammar and war.